Hello, good morning, and welcome to another episode of Psyched. I'm your host, Sule A. Joseph, a counseling psychologist by profession. And of course, by now, you are aware we are into Season 4. And a big part of Season 4 is a change in format, where we know, based on your requests and demands, you all have written and requested it, you all have called and requested it, we've now doubled the program to 1 hour. Before we jump into the meat of the matter today, we have this segment, Psyched to Know.
Psyched to Know, brought to you by Sule Joseph and Associates. Did you know that listening to music triggers the release of 3 powerful chemicals in the brain? Dopamine, serotonin, and oxytocin. These hormones give us a rush of pleasure, support, reward, and motivation, and help us to feel connected to others.
Take some time for yourself or spend some time with the family at Sandy Point Village Hotel. Enjoy our various studio and suite apartments, self-contained with their own kitchenettes and Wi-Fi. We also have our famous 100-foot swimming pool and our beachfront restaurant, the Steak and Lobster Grill. And our location in Crown Point puts us near the center of activity from the nylon pool to the local nightlife. Call us and make your reservations at 639-8533, 389-2378, or email us at sandypointvillagehotel@gmail.com.
Hello there and welcome to AM Prime on WESN Content Capital. Before we even start this repatriation and reintegration process that we've already failed, or are we doomed to fail?
You've got to invest in the institutions that you've established to carry out those sorts of core functions.
We now get into the regional updates to give you an understanding of what's happening across our neighboring islands.
We have available a number of films that are worth showing.
So it was day one when the French Revolution started to develop the concept of universal human rights.
What happened this time is unprecedented. It's one of the largest terrorist attacks in history.
Let's welcome Carl to the program. Carl is over there next to Steph. Hello, Carl.
Silky anteater or pygmy anteater, and we have 2 of the 3 species of anteaters right here.
This is Face of Sports, WESN Content Capital. How you felt about the kiss on the lip?
That's the business. I'm nothing to do with that.
I find that was distasteful.
The national senior team, whether you like it or not, that is the model for all other teams to follow.
I'm assuming that the regional requirement may be a much stricter requirement.
This is not about Pro League and Super League. This is a league run by the Normalization Committee that I'm responsible for.
Nobody expected FIFA to fund this arrangement.
If we don't get a professional attitude towards this, we are doomed for failure.
You break the balance, trip the leg, control the body.
They ain't gonna stand put forever.
Why you want the Chiefs to lose so? Why you want the Chiefs to lose so?
They already have 2. Lamar don't
Why?
have.
You're jealous because you know the Chiefs getting closer to the Patriots. Let's go to the last part.
No,
let's go to the last part.
FanZone, your reliable, authentic supplier, has just gotten better. You can now visit our website www.fanzonett.com for your authentic wear and collectibles. The only place where you can use both your Visa debit and credit cards. Visit our website fanzonett.com to make your purchase today.
You are watching Strictly Legal on WESN Content Capital. Just give an overview of what exactly is that split arrangement.
Nah, you don't need to register nothing. You don't need, we can do that another time. But then it becomes a hit, and then everybody starts to want to claim.
The laws that predate many of the independent countries' constitutions are going to be those colonial laws.
We know there are an infinite amount of circumstances that would lead to a murder.
I have a great idea and, you know, I have a great concept, but until it's actually expressed, it does not become intellectual property.
Accomplishments or targets of a forensic accountant is to quantify what may have been lost.
They believe in different criminals and we manipulated the law and we exploited the system.
A responsible journalist will reach out to the person who they have the information on for a comment.
My opinion on it, Trinidad music, I would say it contributed towards some violence, but at the end of the day, the youths on them need to elevate themselves, go to school, do a trade, and come off of the streets.
Now you see, you can't blame Trinidad music. The parents have responsibility for something with the kids, and the kids don't listen to the parents, and they have gone in their life, so you can't blame Trinidad. Trinidad was there after, when the parents are there first. So you have to know, the parents need to do the party training to listen to the parents, and they have God in their life.
My opinion on the fact that they're saying that the type of music that Trinidad producing, increasing the crime, is actually partially true. Partially because most of the youths right now in the system, you know, who making up the labor, you know, most of them that on the block, you know what I mean? They're just thinking about what it is they're seeing going on in the environment, and the ones who coming up, looking up to them and just, you know, going along with it. But I wouldn't really say, you know, for a fact that it's just the music only.
I wouldn't blame the government. Also, I wouldn't blame Trinidad music, even though it have a bad influence behind it. You have to have your head on. Parents is the next thing you have to blame too. You have to blame the parents, because at the end of the day, you have to know where your child is. You have to know what your child into. You have to be there to supervise your child. A lot of people, parents will say they're working and so forth, but at the end of the day, they have to put things in place for their child's future. As they say, you'll carry a horse to the water, but you can't make him drink the water, right? So at the end of the day, I would blame the parents for not making sure the kids' future set straight. You cannot blame the government.
Welcome back to Psyched Season 4. I'm your host, Sule A. Joseph. Joining me this morning is a popular person, particularly around young people and those in the music scene. That song you're hearing building in the background, that building song, it sounds familiar, doesn't it? Well, I'm here with the artist who popularized this song, who wrote it and prepared it, and we're going to have a conversation with him this morning. Of course, I'm speaking about none other than Rayon Elbon. Rayon?
Rayon King.
I just cool, my brother. Thanks for coming.
Anytime.
Well, my first hot question.
Yeah.
Big artists, right? Especially in the especially in the genre in which you sing. Yeah. Everybody is done, everybody is boss. Yeah. This one boss. Yeah. This one done. Some number or something attached to your name.
Yeah.
But where you come from with Rayon Elbon?
Well, I used to sing with a group from before straight out of secondary school, which the name was CYNX, C-Y-N-X, was actually an acronym for Creating X Expression, right? And we used to sing all different genres of music, so that is where I kind of get my start and get my footing. Moving forward out of the group, I had to make a decision of like how I would go forward expressing what I would want to express for myself, right. How I would brand myself now, moving out of the stages of just preparing for this music and now really wanted to take it serious as a business. So I guess I more or less look for longevity where the name would be concerned. So I just decided to use my government name because I still come from the era of Bob Marley, whereby any one of his sons or daughters or offspring who carry the last name Marley could get service with a smile.
Yeah,
just because of
instantly.
the individual that he was when he was alive and the legacy that he would bring forward and portray, you know. So, and then his children and his offspring and their offspring and generations after that could still profit off of that name and that energy and that legacy that he would have provided. So they would always know Daddy Marley or Grandpa Marley or Great Grandpa Marley. And, you know, so I just kind of say, well, if there's something I want to do for life, I just basically want to make sure that it's not just for me after I pass on, my family could still.
So you want to leave a legacy. It's more than just the music. It's a legacy you're trying to create.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Through the music.
Yeah, they say we are the big one to break the little generational curses and things. So we try to match it in the right way. So that was one of the decisions I personally said, well, you know, I don't want to be a man a king idea, you know, man a prince, and man a this and
Yeah.
You know, when we was young, we was done and thing or whatever, and, you know, so.
But now that you're a big man, you put away childish things, is what you're saying.
Not just a big man, even as a young man, I had to make a decision to be a businessman. So it was more or less a decision where business is concerned. Yeah.
Okay. Right. So, Rayon Elbon, not Rayon Elbon Dan or Rayon Dan or Ray Dan or
Ray Dan.
Right? Yeah, nothing that, because to me it would be very easy to take part in your name and make one of the more popular, you know what I mean, the more popular dance hall or Trinidad names that we are accustomed hearing.
Yeah.
So it takes a certain type of thinking of an individual
Yeah.
to hold on to, you know, this is my name and I want to make my name popular and a legacy.
Definitely, and there are ways and means in which to do it, and then ways and means where you can still be creative with it, because I have projects entitled Reborn. So I didn't have to be Rayon Dan and thing or whatever, but I still use it creatively. And I think the first part says RHEBOURNE.
Yeah,
And then I plan to continuously release projects with RHE as the prefix. So it could be rebirth, it could be re-energized, it could be rejuvenate, but RHE.
Yeah,
you know? So that's creative ways to do it instead of just going to what might be trending at the point in time. Instead of taking time to really build something and make sure it have good foundation and good strength.
All right. So, what would you term your genre of music that you sing? What would you call it? Because it's not soca. It's not really reggae.
Yeah.
Where would you put it? Where would you categorize that style of music?
I can't really categorize it, honestly, to tell you the truth, because I just use music as a form of expression. Through that, maybe the popular expressions you market and distribute. But I record basically every day, so and it wouldn't be the same genre of music. So I can't categorize it and say, well, I just do this style of music. I just like music on the whole, and then I come from a multicultural place where it's Indian, African, Chinese, and I mean Syrian, everybody living here, we talking the same way. You know what I mean? We have the same type of lingo, but we have different cultures.
Yeah.
We have different traditions, we have different religions, so we have different music based on all that my culture is concerned. So I can't really just narrow it down.
Well, I would argue, right, just for the sake of argument, and Trinidad and Tobago for purpose of ease, that most persons may take your music and say it sounds more so like within the Trinidad realm of music. Except for one thing that I have noticed. So it is what we would consider to be Trinidad music. Except this Trinidad and Tobago. One thing me a pre. Right? Get my money and build my dreams. Represent my city, right? And build your scheme. Right? Now, for those of you who don't know, those are lyrics that come directly from Rayon's song, Build My Dreams is the name of the song, right? Build My Dreams. The reason I bring that to the fore is that so far, even though Rayon may be considered falling within the remit of Trinidad music, his music has been exceedingly positive, which is a little bit odd. not a little bit odd, it's plenty odd, because that's not really... Trinidad music isn't really positive music specifically. It's war music. It's music generally that you're saying, listen, you know, you're saying about destroying your ops, stunting on a different community, representing a very specific community or group of people, gang affiliated and so on. And your music is not known to be gang affiliated. It's not known for a specific affiliation group. What kind of strange Trinidad music you're singing? You're confused?
Well, firstly, I'll beg to differ slightly because Trinidad music is not just about that type of gang-related activity and guns and violence. I actually am a producer myself, so I work with a lot of the artists. And I can tell you that they have songs about girls and they have songs about the community that is uplifting and they have songs about the struggles of life. A lot of the music that the public does really gravitate to from them, there'll still be that negative type of music. So we wouldn't get 5, 6 or 10 million views on the song about the struggle. But as soon as they say one of them about that, we like the bacchanal, so everybody want to go and listen to that, and so yeah. And then where that is concerned with me now, I have all kind of music, not gang related. But as I say, I use music as a form of expression. So if I'm happy or angry or sad or whatever is my mood or feeling, like I sing a song. It's what I choose to release. Because at the end of the day, I know, as I say, how I want to keep my brand, and then not just that I do my music, just like as a stress reliever when the daytime coming up. But when I put it out there, the people is who does actually tell me what they want. And I really realize that what they prefer from me is the uplifting songs. So if I'm doing this music for them, and they are the ones to be receiving it, why not just give them what it is they want from me? Because over time, I kind of realize that that's what they want from me. And not just that, I believe it to be a blessing as well, because in a time like this, it's very nice to be a voice of change, and not run out there every minute and sing something that, yeah, they're hyped about, but I could still put a message across and make sure that people out there feel a certain type of way in the morning, feel to get up and get some money and build their dreams, listen to advice, listen to Lord Knows, listen to Sometimes. Yeah, these are the songs that have the greatest impact, and not just reaching Trinidad and of the region, but all out in the world.
Well, I've spoken to several artists. I've spoken to even producers. Pun, for example, we spoke with Pun and so on. And one of the things that they were saying quite vividly and clearly was that usually Trinidad artists want to sing, they have positive songs.
They do.
Right? Some of the same things you were saying. But when they attempt to release the songs, they don't get the love, right? They don't get the feedback. And at the end of the day, it's this is a job. And the people need to eat and make an income and so on from this. So that if the songs are not catching, therefore you have a lot of people who go back to what works.
I have some catchy songs right now I could pour just like them. It's 20 years now I do music, and I've seen the impact of some of that type of music out there. So I could just go into 3 hard drives right now and pull out some of them songs, but I don't think that it would be, I don't think it's palatable for the public right now, especially looking at not just the music, but the current crime situation in the country. I don't really want to add to that in any kind of way. I don't think now is time for violent music. Now is time for uplifting music, positive music, music to make people feel to really get up and chase their dreams and go towards their goals and build community and bring Trinidad back to a nicer place.
So then are you saying, you're trying to get me to believe as an educated man, that this Trinidad violence, get you to singing all this criminal thing out there could have positive implications, could have positive music in this thing? That's what you're saying to Trinidad and Tobago, that there could be positiveness and positive vibes coming out of this Trinidad movement?
Definitely, because each and every one of the artists still fall under the category of just being a human being. So they themselves, not just fully negative, or that they might be coming from communities where the environment might be fostering that type of activity. It might be all some of them know from since they're born and they grow. I believe if we really come together, if the radio stations really play some of the positive music, or if corporate Trinidad start to try to work with them in a way, because they're having a huge impact out in the world. So if we really come together and stretch our hand out to these artists and them and show them how to do the business side of it properly, You know, instead of just dropping the stuff on YouTube, but how to take a proper marketing and distribution and make sure that they get deals for endorsements and these kind of things. And they'll treat themselves as businesses. And they might see more worth and then more value. They might move out of the communities and elevate themselves and then help others from the communities to do the same. Yeah, so even where funding is concerned, we need people to step in, even maybe the government or corporate Trinidad and Tobago. You know, a couple of companies doing it right now, Rude Boy working with a lot of the artists and, them, and still allowing them to kind of be themselves and that kind of stuff. You know, I see that happening with Magnum, and I'm not affiliated to no brand, so I could call all of them, but it's really just an issue that needs to be addressed, and maybe this is some of the ways to go about it, because these artists that are working with these corporate companies have the opportunity to be brands themselves now, and now they're changing the direction of the music because they
you can't say certain things and work with the brand, right?
Yeah. So there are many ways to kind of get the positive
I like that. That's an excellent. I never really thought about that.
Yeah,
so it's a kind of fight people and force them.
The power that you have, bring it together and we see how we can really work with artists. If you've seen somebody getting 6 and 10 million views every 2 months, and you can see it have weight there, and then you as educated as you in whatever sector that you in, you might be able to stretch your hand out and share education and share knowledge and show them how to run the business and take them from where they are, because they have the influence and they have the power that the corporate might have.
Trinidad and Tobago, let me tell you all that I met Rian in doing a project with the Ministry of Youth, my DNS.
Service,
right? Yeah, Ministry of Youth and National Youth Development and National Service.
Yeah, MYDNS.
Yes. Now, we know that ministry running programs for youths every 2 days. They have a brand new program.
I can't lie, it's one of the, it's one of the highest performing ministries. And I'm grateful to see that, because I'm not even politically affiliated in any way. I was always say government in, government out, I did for the kids. But this ministry right now actually doing a lot for the kids, and I'm really grateful to see that.
Now, I wouldn't even stop there. I am a paid professional who work with children and so on, and that's I have chosen, that's the field, and I choose to do that and so on. And I still could not keep up with Rian Elbow attending all of these. So there was a program called 40 Under 40, which where I met you.
Yeah.
And we went to various schools all across Trinidad and Tobago, some problematic schools, troubled schools with troubled youth and so on. And this man must have went to almost all, right? Because I couldn't keep up. I don't know.
I try.
I didn't know, I haven't met somebody so probably even more passionate, willing to put the mouth and pocket and everything, where it's at to work with youth and reach out to youth. And you're doing so through music, which youth like. And sometimes, even when you'd say, well, who's that fella? But by the time they hear, they build my dream. One thing gosh, everybody, all you to get up and start singing and thing, and people want pictures, and now they want to hear your advice. How did you get here? How you reach here? And you reach here doing it positively. Right? So I do believe that you've been utilizing your voice to reach youths. And my question to that is, why? As an artist, you're making big money, why you want to care? Why you give 2 hoots about youths coming up? People buying your music, you're becoming a big artist. Why should you care about reaching out to youths? Making music, selling music, get rich.
I come from Kelly Village in Carolina. We cut cane and thing, plant back cane, and we fish in the river, and we sell chenet, and we walk around with suitcase full of Avon and knock from door to door, and we sell plum, and we pick pumpkin, and so we never had the opportunity to really do the things that we're doing right now. And now that people give me the opportunity, people like Robin Foster and Lisa Wickham and Timmy Mora and I only put them, I can't Wendell Manmoran, and like these people see talent in me and realize, well, let me help foster this youth a little bit. They help me move forward in life, and where I actually able to reach right now, I want to be able to give that back to another youth, because I was grateful for the opportunity that was given to me. It wasn't given to me for it to stop at me, it was given to me to go into these schools and still give it back to youth, or go into the prisons and still give it back to somebody who incarcerated waiting to come outside and still fall on our dream of music. A lot of people doesn't think it's real. A lot of people don't think they could make it. A lot of people don't believe in themselves. It takes me a period of time to believe in myself. But it takes people who doing what I'm doing right now to do the same thing to me, to get me to believe in myself. So if I had to stick with the youths, I had to stick with the youths. If I had to stick with whoever I need to stick with, I had to stick with them because people stick with me and I appreciate that.
So you're saying people, you received a helping hand to get where you are at.
Helping hands.
And so, helping hands, hands is, right? You got several hands. People reached out, they helped you and lifted you to the point to where you're at. And some people continue to do that based on seeing the talent, right? Because I don't feel as though I could go any event for the Ministry of Youth and you not perform in that event, right?
I did for the youth.
You are not the premier performer for anything with the Ministry of Youth.
Yeah, and then again to remember right now, the youths need people to help guide them in the right direction. They need to, because they're easily influenced right now.
But why should you care? It's not your youths. It's not your children.
It's my youths. It's my country. So it's my youths. You know what I mean? I village raised this child. You know what I mean? So you don't care where you're from Trinidad, you're trying to get Trinidad and Tobago to a better place.
To move it forward.
And you are a citizen of Trinidad and Tobago.
Right.
All my knowledge that I gained from this country, I willing to give you that key. You open your own doors.
Yeah.
You understand? Yeah, you are my youth. My youth.
So, I feel like taking that, you know. You are my youth, my youth. Yeah. You all know that Trinidad and Tobago. All right. Yeah. So you're saying what somebody values you're espousing now. Some of the things that you're saying sounds like the things my grandmother used to say. So these traditional values we had as a people. It takes a village to raise a child. That you each one teach one, each one reach one, right? You know, somebody helped you need to help that person, right? You need to be your neighbor's keeper. That sort of thing. Those values are values though that I feel as though we've been moving away from because it's not the westernized value, right? You know, the westernized value is look out for yourself. Everybody kind of, you know, study your pocket, dip in your pocket, push yourself forward. Push yourself, make as much money as you can and become a millionaire. And some of what you're saying to me sounds as though you are holding on to traditional values and utilizing the culture and the music to do that. So my question would be, who gave you those values?
I would have received those values from my grandmother, my grandfather, my mom, my sister. I never really grew up with my father too much, you know. But I don't know, certain things that's always stick with me. And not just that, from a lot of people within where I grew up as well. Because these things that we're talking about was core values. So 99% of people had it, if not 100, you know. And then we couldn't really break that code. We come from that time and we come from that era. So, and we never see it not work. We always see it work. It's just when we was younger, we would not want to listen to a couple of them. But with experience of life, then you always look back at the things that they used to tell you and you realize, wow, Granny was always right. Papi was always right. Mommy was always right. Auntie so-and-so from across the road was always right when they say. You know what I mean? They used to tell me I like plenty friends. They used to tell me long up for Maga goat. I had to go and graze. So I graze them.
You give me some flashbacks with some of those sayings. My grandmother used to say all of them all the time, right? Now, you have utilized that premise. You've held on to it. And you've used that to not only create positive music, but create positive music in a space where most people say positive music does not sell in Trinidad music. So most artists, we have artists who have interviewed previously who said, listen, they tried it, they tried the positive vibes. They tried it, but it hurt their pocket and their bottom line. People haven't gravitated to it. They only get a few views on YouTube and so on. And then when they start singing the music, the angry music, and they start singing violent music, then they start singing war music, then your pocket picks up. So am I going to sing the things as an artist? If that is my form of income, am I going to do the things that don't bring me money, right? Or do I do the things that put money in my pocket and bring me popularity, right? So I mean, it's an easy choice for most people, right? How have you found the ability, even though most other people struggling to do it, how have you found the ability to find a space inside the Trinidad genre, singing uplifting and positive music?
I happy.
So the advice is just be happy. What's a happy person?
And there's the thing, and it's relative to each and every individual, right? Just be happy, because me singing that kind of music, it don't make me happy. You understand what I'm saying, right?
Yeah.
If you doing it and you happy, you happy, you getting through it well. And I don't have nothing against anybody else's happiness. Well, my happiness lies within talking to the children, putting out a song and seeing it in Africa, and a comment saying, "But this thing changed my life. You just gained a new follower." Seeing that in Tanzania, and seeing that in Zimbabwe, and seeing that in China, and seeing that. I like that. I rather that, and you know, I mean, I rather see these songs have an actual impact.
A positive impact.
Yeah, and my mother does smile when it is I sing in positivity. I like to make
you want to make your mother cry. You want to make your mom cry.
I sing some kind of thing already, and she really like it too, you know. So yeah, you know. So I rather just make this songs and make my mother smile.
You rather sing songs that make your mom smile.
Yeah, and that just keep me happy. So I have the rest of songs in it. Yeah, when I will get them. When Netflix was a Batman tune for a movie and I could cut a business deal, you will play it, you understand? If you could get it in a Grand Theft Auto, you will play it in a, you know what I mean? Like that is right now, but I'm not using that for that type of influence. I don't think the country need that there right now. For me,
that ain't
gonna make me too happy.
Well, one of the things that, as a psychologist, one of the things I was observing and noting was, I feel as though when people sing music that they believe in, and it comes from a piece of you, when it's part of your soul, it touches differently.
Yeah, it does.
There's a different touch. So when you sing about the reality you live, when you talk about village raising a child and wanting to sing music to make your mom smile and so on, we understand that's where the motivation comes from to create the music.
For sure.
And so then you put a piece of your soul into the music.
Yeah.
You can, but that song just touch me different. But
then it will become a little more real to the listener.
Yeah, because then the person feels it.
It's not just a piece of hype.
Correct.
I've listened back to some of my songs 5 years later, 7, 8, 10 years later, and I say, wait, now, like I was singing this for me. Like I slip it out, but I listen back to my younger self because I still inspire me, which is how I know after I go, I will still inspire people.
Right. Right. So the idea is behind the music, 1, to make your mom smile, and 2, to inspire people generations after you've gone.
Yeah, and not just that, no. Listen, man. They know what they're going to get from me just now. They're going to get it all, you know. They're going to get violent music. They're going to get girls' tunes. They're going to get positive music. They will get gospel things. Not gospel as in things of religion, but praises.
Praise music,
you know,
praise music.
Really and truly, because I want to show them that you just need to be able to access your creativity and just watch how the influence going out there and just make sure that you can be as versatile as you can while you're building a brand. If you're an artist and you write music, I don't think anything should stop you from writing what it is you want to write. That is your form of expression. It's better than going out there any day, every day and really killing and really whatever. Better you sit down in the studio and write it in what it is you have to write. After you write it, if you sing it, you could take some, you could put it to the side, you could package it, you could market it, you could distribute it. You could show them that you could do rap and you could do soca when soca time comes, but you still have dance all in you. And you could get them back some calypso to help keep the thing alive and try rap so too when it's time because you are creative and you're supposed to be able to explore all of that about you. So I want to be able to show them the freeness of an artist that...
But then it sounds like you're saying to me, therefore, then, which is slightly different from what I've been hearing from other artists. You're not saying to me, therefore, that the community and the culture shaping the music you're producing, you producing the music, and the music somehow is now shaping the culture and the community, which is a bit different from what everybody else has been saying, because everybody's saying, listen, we sing any music everybody want to hear. Everybody, and you sing any music people need.
Right.
So you sing any music the youth need, and people sing any music people want to hear.
So you're able to separate them two things with us now. That's the same kind of thing from Kelly, right? From Caroni. I just watch music like sugarcane, and it have byproducts of sugarcane. It have molasses, it have rum, it have sugar, white and brown, it have all kind of thing, right? You can use the stock and make bed and mattress and thing, right? From this one sweet raw product. some of them out there, they have the sugar cane, you know, but they just draining the sugar cane for one part of the byproduct. You know, the byproducts of the music, fame, money, girls, or boys, or whoever. But I meet a female, so if you understand what I'm saying, right? Fellas out there doing it for girls, there are girls out there who might just be doing it for boys, if you understand what I'm saying. Some of them doing it for money, some of them doing it for the fame and the popularity. And not doing it for the byproducts of it. So whoever running on the byproducts and need money immediately right now, they would just sing more hot at the point in time. You understand what I'm saying? Who ain't having too much girls on them right now, we're going to sing a tune to get the girls on them wild up right now and just do it for the girls. Then what them fail to realize is that they had the sugar cane already. That is naturally, like if you just do music because you love it, all of them things just still come. Money just come. Girls just come. You just get famous. And you just keep doing it because you love it. Do it for each one of them, then the money goes run out. The girls will come and go. The fame is 15 minutes and then somebody else famous again. If you stay consistent with that sugar cane and you're squeezing it just because you love it, I just will create all that, I will create everything for you. Just don't come in the game running down the hype. You know, and we're hot right now. You are to be a trendsetter. Coming out here to follow the trend. Come and create something new. And then see if others want to follow and be like you. And then if that is the case, then inspire them in the right way. You know that kind of way?
So then, the question that I have posed to every artist that we've interviewed so far in the series with the Trinidad artists, I'm going to pose to you now, which is, do you believe, because the community, people in government, people in police departments and so on, have attributed Trinidad music to a lot of rise in crime and violence and increases in violence and so on. And you have people who genuinely, because this is true, they will get what they call, you get your head lash up. And people who don't know, your head lash up means you're going to get yourself nice and high with your drink, you smoke, you take pills, whatever it is, you get your head lash up. Right? After you get your head lash up, you charge up on some Trinidad music, charge up, you listen to your little Trinidad music, you get charged up, right? And then you become a monster, right? You're a monster now. Now you're a monster, right? You get your head lash up, you charge up, you become a monster, right? And then as a monster, you're fully. You're fully. Right? And for those who don't know, you're fully done. Right?
Transformation, right?
Yeah, right? You see
yeah, see the process.
Right, that's the process. So they believe that Trinidad music is an integral cog in that process. After turning the person into a monster, and then for them to get fully done, right? What are your thoughts on that? Do you believe that, because from part of what you're saying says, at least your music has a soul to it. So that when you're saying your music to touch people, right? So as your music touches people, could there also be therefore then, I won't say negative music, but violent music that could touch people violently? That people can be touched as well, you get a violent spirit from your music. Do you think that is something that is possible?
Yeah, definitely. I think music, I know for sure music does just naturally affect the human body, you know, certain frequencies and hertz and then just really affect the human body. It just change the frequency and hertz just change the shape of water, and a greater percentage of your body is water. You know what I mean? So like when you're in carnival, you mightn't even be on time, but your head and your body just move because it will put your body in that shape. And then if it changes again, you might. You know what I mean? So it does have the power to naturally just affect how your body might function, you know? And yeah, so positive music, I got pretty much I listen to little birds, and I stuff. I feel them positive, me feel them kind of way, you know? I listen to the negative music, it could rile you up a little bit more, for sure.
So do you think that then it is partially responsible for the crime that these ministers,
I can't say Trinidad music alone. Music on the whole, it has music coming in from the United States, drill music coming in from it's a dancehall that is not Trinidad, that coming from Jamaica, that influence.
And drill up trap.
So let me just say, you know what I mean, like, at the end of the day, it's just all within influence of the music causing the crime. I think the music causing the crime, and I think not just Trinidad music. People just
it's an easy target then. It's an easy target because
it's an easy target because of the content of the music, and I can understand that. We bear in mind that have plenty of things contributing to crime, like illegal guns on the port and illegal drugs coming in, and people coming in from other countries and crossing the borders, and we understand that things happening for real.
And I have some difficult conversations here, boy.
No, here why no? Because we can have the discussion about Trinidad music being a part of something that contributes to this thing that we call crime.
But you can't blame everything on...
No, but why can't we have discussion about the other things that really contribute to crime? Instead of using Trinidad music sometimes as a scapegoat for it, because it's the most visible and the most thing that you're hearing around so much, and it have a negative connotation to it, yes, but there's music coming from the islands with that same effect. Coming from the United States with that same effect, coming from England with that same effect, coming from all the continents of the world with that same effect, and the youths and them have the opportunity to ingest it now. Sometimes the parents and the homes is just give the children with the tablet and they give them trouble and things. When you call her, you don't know what they're listening to, you understand? So at the end of the day, everybody is responsible for what it is going on in the country right now. And the artists do have a part to play. That's why I'm trying to play my part.
So, oh gosh. I feel like I want to leave it. They fuss it. They close that off so nice. I ain't wanna touch it too much.
No, the artist.
But I agree with you. And part of what you touch, oh gosh, okay, please don't cancel my program. All right, good. Part of what you touch on is people don't want to take responsibility for some of the other things that cause them crime.
For real things.
And so what you want to do, is the easiest, the softest target.
Yeah, we aim at that day one time. And I am saying that the artists have a part to play. You all please out there stop pushing the gang-related music. Use the craft to make money. Use the craft to feed all their families. Use the craft to become businessmen and young businesswomen. Take all yourself from being wherever they come from to some up in skill in life, and then teach it back to the other children and do some national service for the communities. That is me playing my part. I think some of the artists out there, they should come out here and play all their part as well. And just stop forwarding that kind of energy. But at the end of the day, that is just my message to them, and that is as much as I could really do, and then continue with my music and hope that I can still affect change and make impact at that same point in time. But at the end of the day, each man will do what they just do to make them happy right now. You know what I mean? And sometimes the state of the country is a sad one.
But boy, I would usually ask the artist or the person I'm interviewing for a statement to close. But I was so good, I feel I want to keep that as a statement. I don't know. I know you can tell that I love that as a statement to close, right? The responsibility of the artist. So it's not just about the fame and the power and stuff or whatever, but coming with that is a responsibility for messaging and the message that you're giving the youth, right? And to Trinidad, the rest of Trinidad, corporate Trinidad and so on, you all have a responsibility too. The government, you all have a responsibility too to come in.
Have a responsibility. If all they keep playing the positive music, then we can start to trend positive music more. If all they keep playing negative music, that is what's trending right now, and that is what is making every youth walk into my studio and all with a gunman tune one after the next. Till I just had to tell them what's going on. If I helping you, but they just don't bring that by me. But what do you think going to happen if it is I have to make money? The same way open and them say there's money time to make money. When you come to, I can't tell you what to sing when you reach in my studio, so if you pay and I work in. You understand? But if I helping you, and I gain my time and my energy, well, I try my best not to carry in that direction. But I can't tell you what to do right now. You know when you go by that radio station, your song not good and get play, good and get shelf. But you know when you carry that bad man tune in his lesson. I can't vex it. I know you have a family to feed too. I just hope you know what you're doing and what you're contributing to same time.
All right. So that's Rion Elbon. Guys, Rion, thank you very much. For anybody who wants to get in contact with you, as if they want to bring it to a birthday party, bar mitzvah, some ministry, want to have some function, a school wants to bring you, ready to have a conversation, because a lot of what you're saying is uplifting and higher level thoughts, right? You gave me some serious Bob Marley vibes there. So if somebody wants to get in contact with you, how do they do that?
Same here, so it's easy now. Just type in Rion Elbon.
Easy now.
RHUNELBOURNE. You can do that on Instagram, you can do that on Facebook, you can do that on social media platforms, you can go on YouTube if you want to look at the content. Just type in Rion Elbon, you can Google it, just search it and I'll do it now. Easy and simple.
Man, say Google Emmanuel too, yes, try. All right. One day I'll reach there, don't worry. I'll build my dream. One day I'll wrap my city and build my dream. Don't worry, one day.
You're doing that better. You're doing that because at the end of the day, you have a platform and you're still taking it and you're sharing it out to everybody out and you're still giving everybody an opportunity to still express themselves, and this is necessary. So yeah, you representing for your city and you're building your scheme, and I see you out in the schools doing your national service the same way.
Same way, bro.
You understand? So yeah, bro. Respect for that.
Right. All right. So Trinidad and Tobago, Brian, thanks for coming in. Thanks for everything. Or thanks for tuning in for another episode of Psyched. Next week, please God, same time, same place, right here on WESN, Content Capital. You know we are a family, and we're looking forward to having you join us or stay with us. See you next week, please God, right here on WESN. Stay psyched.
WESN.
Money is something we all deal with, but how many of us truly understand it? What if you could make better decisions with your money? Decisions that secure your future, protect your family, and bring you peace of mind. I'm Darren Jacobs, and I'm here to help you make sense of your dollars. Welcome to Dollars and Cents, the show that breaks down the financial world in ways that matter to you. No jargon, no confusion, just real conversations about money, your money. So join me every Wednesday at 10 a.m. on WESN for Dollars and Cents.
Come travel with us as we explore Diwali across the globe. Diwali is celebrated in many countries worldwide, but do you know the traditions and practices of each nation? From Guyana to Australia, WESN presents Diwali Passport.
October 9th to October 30th, with replays on October 31st.
It's Diwali Passport, a WESN exclusive.
Hello there and welcome to AM Prime on WESN Content Capital. Before we even start this repatriation and reintegration process that we've already failed, or are we doomed to fail?
You've got to invest in the institutions that you've established to carry out those sorts of core functions.
We now get into the regional updates to give you an understanding of what's happening across our neighboring islands.
We have available a number of films that are worth showing.
So it was day one when the French Revolution started to develop the concept of universal human rights.
What happened this time is unprecedented. It's one of the largest terrorist attacks in history.
Let's welcome Carl to the program. Carl is over there next to Insta. Hello, Carl.
Silky anteater or pygmy anteater, and we have two of the three species of anteaters right here.
Take some time for yourself or spend some time with the family at Sandy Point Village Hotel. Enjoy our various studio and suite apartments, self-contained with their own kitchenettes and Wi-Fi. We also have our famous 100-foot swimming pool and our beachfront restaurant, the Steak and Lobster Grill. And our location in Crown Point puts us near the center of activity from the nylon pool to the local nightlife. Call us and make your reservations at 639-8533, 389-2378 or email us at sandypointvillagehotel@gmail.com.